And one of the great moments was when the Emperor met Dr. John Henry Clark, and two kindred spirits. I can still remember it. You know, it was such a great thing to see Dr. Clark, who's small, and the Emperor, but they were.
And Selassie was small.
Right, but for me, it was an interesting historical moment because Haile Selassie had been fighting for years to raise up Ethiopia.
Right.
And Dr. Clark was now moving into his empowerment. And so at that moment, when we were meeting in Jubilee Palace with this fantastic meal and banquet, tej, wine, and all of, you know, but in the throne room, when he stood for an hour to greet the Chinese, the Russians, the other Europeans, and then to meet the black Americans, because we had a large delegation, that was an important moment to see the Emperor. But we didn't realize that that was toward the end of his reign. Right. It was in a few months the difficulties occurred, but I can never forget that. And to have Dr. Clark meet him, and to have them meet each other and know that they were two powerful forces coming together. And what we did, Young Turks, Dr. James Turner, myself, Dr. Shelby Lewis and whatnot, we took the mantle of leading the American Africanists, white and black, off of Dr. Philip Curtin, and we put it on Dr. John Henry Clark, and he wore it for the next 20 years, representing all white and black Africanists. So that was an important historical moment, and I'm one of the only people who, Shelby was there, James Turner was there, but I've had the blessings of being in the presence and supping with the Emperor and actually embracing him and paying respects. So
very few people can say that today. What year was this?
This was December 73. We visited and we were allowed to travel all over Ethiopia. So we went to Lalibela, we went to Gondar, we went to all of the various places, and the waterfalls, Lake Town and all. And then we had a month or several weeks of international conferencing on the future of Africa. And then the Emperor and his people gave us so much material that we were all overweight. And so they said they would send the materials to us, and we never got them. We never got them. But we still have that the whole experience that could be taken from us. And a very interesting point, in the garden, Jubilee Palace, the Emperor and his family had a number of animals that had been domesticated. I'm talking about leopards and all kinds of things. And I can remember, white folks are very bold. I'm going to respect this. This may be a domesticated leopard or tiger or something, but I ain't going to respect it. That's right. White folks were right up in the face of these animals, and I was just hoping that that animal would have a recollection of what it's supposed to be and strike a blow for Africa. But yeah, no, that was a wonderful experience to be in with the Emperor.
Hey, thank you.
They say he got the ark.
Well, Skip Gates and them are still trying to find out, and the Israelis are still trying to find out.
I'm sure.
They know they're not the real deal.
Right.
Most of the people from Israel come from the Ashkenazi tradition, which is the European tradition out of the Khazars of Russia, and so they really don't even have.
They got no legitimacy.
They are AD people. They're not BC.
Right.
You know, and so that's.
And I understand that they have traced some Ethiopians all the way back to Moses genetically. Did you hear anything about that?
No, but any tracing they do, they're going to find is African people. They're going to find no white folks.
Right.
Power to African people.
Definitely.
Up you mighty people. Accomplish what you will.
Thank you a lot, Dr. Jeffries. Dr. Leonard Jeffries. All right. It's the Freedom Retreat, Marcus Garvey at the UAM.
Are we supposed to turn
UAM? No, they probably.